coffee and tools this week, and yes, I'm drinking coffee. There's some tools. This baby is wore out. It's about 20 years old, so it's about time it met its end. Just kind of ready. So I've got this bolted back to the old stand. The table saw is bye-byes. But I have something in a table saw type coming in, a little different, and it's got really good features that I really like, so I'm pretty excited about it. When it gets in here, we're going to do the whole assembly review thing, whatever. In the meantime, as I promised and talked about, not used very much, very little, but there's a couple of problems, and it's kind of a headache sometimes. You have to reach under here, wherever that is, and find that trigger and lock it on, and usually it's plugged in at that point. And then a lot of times I'd hit the trigger to get it locked up, try to start my piece, and I'd hear the thing go back down because the lock didn't take. So frustrating little piece of machinery. Then once you're sitting there and you're like, oh man, I'm doing my router thing here, and you get done with it, then all of a sudden you've got this thing screaming like a jet engine, and your hands are back up under here, which you don't really care for, and trying to find out where the where's the shut off so that we can kill this thing and just shut it down. And then every once in a while I get real mad and just pull the plug, because up under here it's just awkward. Gotta hand it to a company called Kreg. Kreg came up with a way to get around all this and solve this kind of issue. In fact, there's the box, and it's not that expensive at all really, but I really like the feature on this one. It's a simple 2-bolt operation. You plug your power cord from your tool, whatever, into it. When you want to start, you pull the switch on. When you want to stop, you slap the switch. Matter of fact, instead of doing an unboxing, I saved myself the trouble. I already took it out of the box. Installing the Kreg switch. Obviously this is not Kreg, this is Craftsman. We'll be all right. Yeah. Now, how this sets up is there's plastic back here to reinforce where you're going to be mounting this to help keep the plastic and keep it strong. So Kreg thought of just about everything by the looks of it, except Craftsman, which has an angle here which makes it a little bit tougher to install. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this up here and try to decide where I want the switch. And I probably want it maybe as close to the work as possible. I could see going down a little lower, but let's go right for the top. Now, there's one secret to this madness here that normally you wouldn't run into, and that's because it's a black finish. I'm going to need this. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. White grease pencil, so I can mark the spot to where to drill through. And it looks to me like a 3/16 hole. I think that's what the size of that is. No, it's bigger. Okay, maybe 1/4 inch. Let's go up to the next one. 732 metric? I don't know. Huh. So what I'm going to do is go with the biggest one that was sloppy, in the hole, which will be this one. I'm going to check their screws. Kreg includes the 2 mounting screws that you're going to need in a little Ziploc bag. And they're nice, looks like almost stainless steel type features with nuts. The nuts go to the back. The screws will come in from the front. So you'll have a nice decorative looking, you know, item when you're finished. Let's get them out and let's just see. Installing something this simple should not be that big a deal, but okay, I'm just feeling that out with my fingers, and the drilled bit actually feels bigger than the screw, so we should be okay. Now, because I'm drilling in a confined area here and drilling back through this metal, I would really like to just drill the 2 holes on the outside here and puncture through, but unfortunately, because of this angle, it makes it almost, well, it makes it very difficult to lay this up and make it work. If I come in too far in, we're going to have some serious issues with the switch. So, yeah, see this area here is a lot bit more material. So I do have a problem as far as mounting it goes. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. But let's get the mark for a drill hole. I'm going to get 1 hole started, or get 1 hole done. Put the screw in, and then let the other piece finish it up. I guarantee that little guy's got a headache now. He got a migraine. Some kind of a bee bug was buzzing around me. Alright, have no fear. We're going to screw this up as best we can. Alright, now, again, I'm trying to get the hole so there's lots of material of this over, even if the switch ends up on a bit of an angle, but I don't really want that. So that looks pretty good right there. I wonder if we could clamp this and just mark both holes. What do you think? Yeah, let's grab a clamp. Let's make it an official coffee and tools and precision job or whatever. So let's see how that works out. I got a bee in here today, and he just absolutely assists on being my friend. Yep. Okay. So, how does that look? That looks square. So that looks pretty good. Now. Okay, it looks pretty square going down to the floor, so now the white grease pencil secret. Yeah. And I just want you to know, I had to search my toolbox for this grease pencil. This thing wasn't just laying out somewhere. So, yeah, just, you know, not that it's a big deal, but, okay. We're drilling some holes, so they got to be right, and especially the top one. So I think I'll do the top one, put the screw in, and make sure the bottom's in the right spot. Now, we got us a drill and a drill bit. And just to make this a little bit easier, well, for me, I'm going to turn it around. So we're going to do from the back side. See what we're doing. Okay, I can get the bottom one, which right there. Alright. Now the top one is the same problem. So there we go. Now there's our two mounting holes. So to check all that, we're just going to go ahead and I think we'll just go ahead and throw the switch in. Now, as I was telling you, they give you the nut. The nut goes in the back side like that. And there's actually a well in the shape of a hex, so the nut can be held in there. So I'm going to hold the hex nut in, see if I can get the screw started from the front, from the top one at least. And let's see how we do with that. Yeah. There, you guys get a Guys got a good view, I'll tell you. Now, we gotta see if this lined up, which it looks like it. This is gonna be a little awkward because the hole on the bottom one is a little, man, it's off by a hair. So I guess we'll go, hey, we'll try it. I think we can do it. I think we got it, but see if we can get on the nut on the top one. I think we can. There's just enough slop, I think. And top, bottom, and it's a little bit tight. Now we're going to bring the cord in from the router. Lovely tie wraps here. Now, so I'm going to just wrap this up so that'll keep it kind of neat. Keep the cord out of my face. So now the router is now on, but of course plugged in here. Not going to run because it's off over here according to Mr. Kreg. And this is 8 feet of cord, by the way. And we got a little ticket thingy on here. It says warning. Yeah, it says warning. So let's see. It says warning. I don't need any warning. So let's see what we got. We ready? Man, I'm telling you. I love it. We are a day and a half before we get 2 hurricanes through here right now. So if I seem a little stressed out, it's because 2 hurricanes is a little bit much. All right. Have a great week, you guys. Adios.